Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, very special video indeed. Iracing have very kindly given me early access to this season's new build with many features that are coming in this season. There's going to be quite a lot to cover in this video, but I shall do my best. Now, I know there is one feature in particular that you boys and girls are probably looking forward to the most, as am I. As a prototype driver, the new tyre model is definitely something that needed looking into. Current tyre model is far too quick to what it is to real life, and this is a simulator after all, so we do want the tyres to be as close as they are in real life, and we want the same effects, such as, you know, the cold tyres when you come out of the pits. We want the, you know, the 5 laps to warm the tyres up and get them up to temp. And, you know, in real life, GT3 cars actually overtake GTPs. So that's the kind of thing I wanted, and I think that's the kind of thing we're going to get. Now, I don't expect much difference with the LMP2s because we kind of got cold tyres already, but the GTPs, the tyre update is truly massive. They were far too quick, and iRacing straight away acknowledged that they got it wrong, and they have worked on this new tyre model basically since they found out that people weren't very happy, I think. And fingers crossed, today we're going to find out if they've done a good enough job. And I'm sure they will have, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into a GTP. We're going to go into Cadillac, and we're going to go around Sebring to see what it's like. Now, obviously, the GTP around Sebring was crazy quick. We saw clips from drivers where they were going 190 miles an hour through T1. Hopefully, it is nowhere near that quick this time. So, without further delay, I'm going to jump into Caddy around Sebring with the cold tyres, and we're going to see what it's like. Okay, then. So here we are at Sebring, and I'm in the Cadillac GTP to give these new tyres a test, to see what they're really like compared to the old system, and whether they're going to live up to the hype of what we, as sim racers, hope they're going to be like. So, I'm going to jump in the car now, going to see what it feels like. Fingers crossed. As scary as it might sound, I want the tyres to be pretty awful when I first go out, because it's exactly what they're like in real life. So, without further delay, let's go out in the Cadillac around Sebring, and let's see how we get on. So here we go then. I'll put it in first. Start the car up. Ready to kick in. Love that. Nice and steady now. So here goes to stone cold tyres. Start to accelerate. Immediately, absolutely immediately, I can feel the rear there, as I put my foot down, was already trying to get away from me. Now, like I said, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of what we want. Real life performance. Oh my goodness me. Real life performance on these tyres is shocking. Absolutely shocking. You will see GT3s overtake GTPs when they come out the pits on cold tyres. What I might just do quickly here, I'm just going to stop the car here. Okay, so these are still stone cold tyres. I'm just going to fully accelerate. I think what we're going to see here is just the traction control. It won't even know what to do. There's so much power trying to go through these cold tyres. I don't think it's going to know what to do. So let's just see what happens. I'm just going to put my foot down. That is crazy. What an improvement. How different that is to what we've got at the moment is absolutely ridiculous. That is so much better. Look at that. It's fighting through the corners. Look, if I just put my foot down. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I know it sounds right. What are you saying brilliant for? Well, it's just so much better. Like, immediately. I feel like this is going to take a lot of skill just to get these tyres up to temp, not bin it. And it's going to be absolutely crucial to get through this tyre warming phase. Look at the understeer. Look at that understeer. There's just, yeah, that is quite incredible. All right, let's just try, what we'll do, we'll just try and warm these tyres up here. You might be able to just about see it, but there's a tyre temp reader at the bottom of the steer on the bottom left. Go through sunset. Oh, wow. Just about made it. Those tyres do cool down pretty damn quickly on the straight, don't they? Right, going into T1 for the first time. Wow. Wow, that understeer. Goodness me. Okay, well, I can definitely feel an improvement on the rears. That was better. I got on the throttle that time. Compared to lap 1, that was a lot better. Okay. Into the hairpin now. Again. Put my foot down. Much more compliant, much more compliant. So it's getting there, it's getting there. Definitely feels like there's more to give. But also, I still feel like I'm a little bit on the edge still. There, you can see that. There you go, look. It's not up 100% there yet. Much more grip there. Way more grip. Way more grip. Still doesn't feel like it's 100% yet. Yeah, it is just getting better and better. As it should, I suppose, as it should. You can definitely feel there's a performance decrease compared to the old tyres. I feel like I'm having to brake, despite the tyres now somewhat being warm, I'm having to brake a lot earlier. I'm having to fight the car a lot more. The car feels heavier with these new tyres. I feel like with the old one, you could just fling the car in. Anybody could drive it, and it was just so easy. Now it feels like I've really got to think about how much speed I can carry into these corners, you know? I feel like the old tyre model felt more like you were driving an F1 car. You just had unlimited grip until you understeered, whereas this has a completely different feel to it. This one feels like I can feel the weight of the car, and I can feel the limitations of it straight away. And it will tell me immediately when I'm pushing it too hard and it doesn't like it. It's hard to describe telling you, boys and girls, that this is a lot better when the performance of the whole thing is just a lot worse. But again, that's a good thing. It's gonna be interesting as well with strategies and endurance races as well, for sure. There are going to be people that will not want to risk going on new tyres and having to warm them up for 3-4 laps before they can get, you know, better performance. There'll be teams that just want to double stint, triple stint, to not have to worry about it. I think it could make a real difference. But we're getting there. Yeah, but you could just, like, even with the tyres there now, the speed difference through T1 compared to the old tyre model is absolutely crazy. But I still feel like it's quick. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't feel like F1 style type of grip. This is, without a doubt, what I wanted. And I'm hoping it's what you guys want as well. I'm hoping you can, you know, visibly see the difference. And I'm excited for you guys to try this out. And then you can tell me what you think. And one thing I've picked up on as well, and that sounds strange, but the car in a straight line, because I feel like it struggles more in the braking zone and it struggles more in the corners. In a straight line, I feel like it's quicker. Acceleration-wise, this thing is going quicker than on the old one. Is this a step in the right direction? 100%. Are you boys and girls going to enjoy it? I think you are. That's my first impressions in the Cadillac. Shall we go and jump into the LMP2, shall we? Okay, next up we have the LMP2. Now, the LMP2 isn't something that I don't think has been covered quite as much as the GTP. Maybe not as hyped up as the GTP, but they have got the new tyres as well. Now, the LMP2s have had the whole cold tyre situation where you go out, it is quite deadly, but has it been turned up to the max now? Is it more like the GTP tyres, or is it not going to feel that much different because we've already had the cold tyres on the LMP2? I'm going to go out now, same sort of thing, at Sebring, give you my first thoughts and impressions, and we'll see what kind of times we can do, and just get a feel for what the LMP2 is like, really. So let's head out on track, shall we? Good old LMP2. This is the thing that I've been driving. Well, it's the thing I drive the most, really, on this sim. So I'm eager to see what this is like. So, yeah, we'll jump out now. We'll go on circuit. We'll see what this is like. So, cold tyres now. Let's see if I put my foot down and turn. Yeah, so it does certainly spin. It certainly does that. So let's just take it nice and easy now through T1. There we go. A good feel for this. I'm eager to see if the LMP2 has got that much slower. I'm sure it has. Go into the hairpin. Okay. So far, so good. It certainly does not feel as scary as a GTP with the cold tyres. This certainly feels more manageable. After just a lap, I feel like I'm more, like, not full pace, but I feel like it's not far off at all. You know what I mean? Like the confidence into T1 there compared to the confidence into T1 with the GTP after one lap is night and day. Being completely honest, it's hard to tell if this has got much slower. So I'll be eager to hear your thoughts, boys and girls, on what you think of this new tyre model for the LMP2. But this is much friendlier, I have to say. And when it comes to strategy as well, unlike the GTPs, I think you'll probably end up getting fresh tyres every stint in this. Overall, I think LMP2 lovers, LMP2 drivers like myself, I don't think you're going to feel much difference. We're going to have to see what it's like in the IMSAs and the endurance races and stuff. And then we can really compare lap time-wise to what they're doing in Season 1 compared to what they're now going to do in Season 2. Now, lap times could be different, but drive and feel and just overall drivability feels pretty damn similar. I was worried I was going to get in the LMP2 and I wouldn't really like it. It'll be slowed down too much. But at the moment, definitely still feels quick enough to overtake GT3, shall we say, safely. And compete and not be too scary around GTPs. I don't think it's going to feel like they're like a million miles an hour quicker. They already do, well, they do with the current season, but the next season, hopefully the GTPs won't feel as scary now. So overall, happy, but not that much different, I don't think, personally. Next up then, we have the ARCA cars. Now, these things were first released back all the way in 2009, and these cars are widely loved by the community and continue to be one of the most popular in terms of participation. However, a long time has passed since 2009, and these cars are well overdue an update. So with that in mind, there are 3 new ARCA cars to show you. So we have the Ford, the Toyota, and the Chevrolet. So 3 manufacturers right there. These cars, I'm sure, will be extremely popular. They're bound to be. And overall levels on iRacing will absolutely love them. I can't say I'm an expert on ovals, far from it, I'll be honest with you. I don't really dabble in them unless I'm doing the special events. But from the few races I've done, I know the oval community is extremely passionate about these cars. And I do believe they will be a hit. So, yeah, fingers crossed when you boys and girls get to try these cars out during week 13 and the new season. Hopefully you'll enjoy them, because like I said, the ARCA cars desperately needed updating. They have finally been updated. 3 brand new cars to look at. Fingers crossed you enjoy them. Okay then, so like I said, you'll have to forgive me the fact that I have not driven around here before, I even heard of this track before. That's my fault. So we're going to go out on track here, and it looks like straight away, as soon as we come out the pits, we've got this very, very tight chicane. And it's quite a thin circuit straight away, so it looks like we're going into turn 2, 3 there. Might be classed as turns 2, 3, and 4. And another left-hander here. Quite a lengthy left-hander. And then the circuit really opens up here, so I can assume you'll want to get a nice exit. And we've got a small left-hander here. And it's curling around to the right. Looks like like we're finally getting some speed up now. Got some brake marker boards on the right-hand side. I'm going to brake just before the 200. Have a left and a shimmy to the right. And then that is turn 12 there, and that is onto the back straight. So wow, this really is quite a short circuit, isn't it? First impressions are it's going to be quite difficult. Well, I think that's turn 1. First impressions are I feel like this is going to be a difficult circuit to overtake. That is for sure. Kind of reminds me of VIR a little bit, where it's very open. You see a lot of grass and a lot of trees, but it is rather flat, isn't it, compared to VIR? But that's not necessarily an issue at all. Yeah, go around here again. This opens up quite a bit, doesn't it? I think you really want to set yourself up. Be quick through here. Now, this is, by the looks of things, completely flat. Yeah, this should be completely flat into anything. So you're actually managing to get up some speed. So about 250, 260 kph before I'm braking at the 200 meter board. It looks like you can carry quite a bit of speed in there. So a lot of the lap time, I think, is going to be on that back straight. I call it a back straight. There are some corners in it. But yeah, and how brave you are carrying the speed into the last 2-3 corners there of the circuit. But I'm just going to go straight on here to see how much of a difference it makes, because obviously you've got that chicane there. Just how much you're going to have to brake a lot earlier there. Even though it's quite a short circuit, for me personally, I think it's better without that chicane straight away. All right, well, first couple of laps of this new circuit, I've got to say, I quite enjoy it. It's quite a funky circuit. And yeah, a welcome addition to the service, that is for sure. Next up, what I'm going to show you is an update in the UI when it comes to actually looking at all the details for a race that you're about to look at or about to register for. So right now we are in a test build, shall we say, of the Iracing UI. And you can see it looks pretty normal, pretty standard. But when you go to officials, and let's just say we click on IMSA here, it's going to look a bit different. And it does look a little bit more modern. And I have to say, first impressions, I quite like it. So when you click on the new series that you're going to be looking at, potentially racing or registering, it's going to give you all the information you need straight away. So it will give you the time. It will tell you when the registration closes. So this one's in 4 minutes. It will give you the race duration, drivers registered, team registered, last race, how many people raced in the last race, which is pretty damn cool. And then essentially when the next races are as well, which is, I have to say, a really nice feature. You've got a selection of your cars in here, which is pretty neat. So it's basically all the cars that compete. There's 16 cars in this series. The track, and then over here as well is the weather, which makes things a little bit easier, because sometimes you'd have to click on the view forecast. Well, I kind of like this. It basically gives you the idea of what the track's going to be like and the chance of rain, which is pretty cool. And as you scroll down, you can see where it says available sessions. So again, just like where it says up here, where it says up next, you can see what the next sessions are, how long until they kick off, what time they exactly kick off in your time zone, again, duration or laps, drivers, teams, how you can, if you can register for or not, which is pretty damn awesome. And there's a spectate live session option as well. Now, practice sessions, as you can see, it looks like they have been separated from the race sessions. So your race sessions will be up here and your practice sessions will be down below. I have to say, I'm liking this so far. And then you've got your driver briefing as well. So you've got the event rules, regulations, and procedures. So you've got your license, what your license is right now. Your license branch hat circuit. So I think basically if you've got the track or not. You've got one car. You've basically got one car that you've got, I think, competing in this event. It says the content is up to date. So by the looks of things there, it looks like whether you've got the car, you've got the track, if you've got the license, and if all your content is up to date. You also have race format there, the event rules, so you can see things like the fast repairs and, if you're doing rallycross or whatnot, Joker laps, so on and so forth. Difficulty settings. So I think that is, so you've got the damage and virtual mirror, where it says hardcore level. I think that's just the assist that you're allowed within that session. Starting procedure, that's quite handy actually to see whether it's a rolling start or standing start. So that's pretty cool. And then cautions and restarts. So road caution type, local advisory, green, white, checkered, 0. Obviously, this is an IMSA series, so you wouldn't have that thing. But if you're going to do NASCAR, that is something you'd probably see that's a little bit different with the green, white, checkered and the road caution type. So yeah, overall, I have to say, at a glance, this looks pretty damn nice. It looks really nice, looks nice and modern, and it basically gives you all the information you need straight away. And it's kind of just all there ready and waiting, which is quite nice. I have to say, I think this is a quite nice update, a subtle one, but a nice one indeed. And you've also got the schedule, the results, the standings, and series insights as well. So that's the new page when you click on a series that you're about to register for, you want to look into, and it basically gives you all the information you need. And I have to say, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not something I've particularly looked into or thought needed changing, but this is definitely a step in the right direction. I like this. This is good. Now, along with some of the new features such as the tyres and the new content that is coming, such as the ARCA cars and the circuit, there are a few things that I can't particularly cover as well as I'd like to, because I think you need to kind of be online to be able to do so. And obviously, I'm the only one on this build at the moment, so I can't really race against anyone. But there are loads of other new features that are coming to this season's build as well, and they are very, very good, such as the poor connection flag system. So essentially, if someone's got a very poor connection, it will pop up saying that their connection's pretty bad, and it will make them basically invisible. And then once their connection's good enough, it will put them back in. But if it's too bad, they will go to the pits, which is a pretty damn cool feature indeed. And there's also like updated debris, so the debris is going to look nicer, and there's going to be a debris caution system as well, and many other things. If you want to look at those in more detail, I'll leave a link in the description below. It is the Iracing video that I have released that goes into far more detail about these new systems. A big thank you again to Iracing for giving me access to, well, the new build early, and hopefully I've done a good enough job. Yeah, if it wasn't for you boys and girls that are watching, I wouldn't get this opportunity to cover this stuff before pretty much anybody else. So a big thank you to you for watching. And if you have enjoyed this, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you for the next one. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Ta-da.